John's history here in the Netherlands, and Rudy's a very key part of that history. The Stedelijk Museum is a key part of that history. Amsterdam is a key part of that history. Just talking to John the other day, he reminded me that his first trip to Europe was to Amsterdam and for an exhibition here at Art Project, I think in 71 or 72. I'm not sitting here by coincidence, that I always have felt that the Stedelijk Museum was part of my heritage all the way in Los Angeles. So it's really a kind of wonderful homecoming in many ways to have you here.
Somehow the contribution of LA to art is loosening up, it's making fast imagery, like in movies. I mean, in a movie, the change from one perception to the other one is so fast and so complex that maybe, you know, my great friend Rembrandt tried to do it in a night watch. He had a television set on all the time, day and night. And then before there was a tripod with a camera. So when something happened, like a plane coming down or a disaster, an earthquake or war, he would be there to make photographs.
How would that fit into art history? And, you know, in my mind, which I didn't say, I was thinking, who the fuck cares? You know, and I think that's the attitude that comes out of LA, that why not? Just do it. You know, we don't worry about where it fits in.
What advice do you give artists today, and what do you see as the role of an artist in the culture today?
I think the advice I give is well, we assume that there's talent there, but then I do say at a certain point, talent is cheap. You know, that's not going to get you anywhere necessarily just because you're talented. You have to be obsessed. That's something you can't will. You just have to be patient.
As much related to Andy Warhol as he is to Mondrian, as he is to Schwitters, as he is to Cézanne or Renoir. I mean, whatever you can have mentioned everything. Every artist is always the result of the whole history world in some way.
At the beginning of the afternoon, in talking about Los Angeles and the lack of history, but that so much of your work has had a relationship to art history.
A doctor has to know about the history of medicine, and so an artist has to know about the history of art. And one of the best compliments I ever got was from a fellow artist, and she said, what I like about your work, I can see all of art history in it. And I thought, that's not so bad.